Hey everyone, today I want to talk about the new killer, the Ghoul. Before I get into that though, I want to thank the people in my community for taking this video for me. One of my mods got it for me. I'm on console, so I wasn't able to play. First thing I want to talk about are the aesthetics, because they're not really important, but I do appreciate them quite a bit. I've never seen Tokyo Ghoul. I think it's a show. I've never seen Tokyo Ghoul. I've never read the manga. I don't know anything about it, but the way the character looks is pretty sick. I like it a lot. The chase music is really good, probably one of the best they've had in the game, and they have it on the PTB, and usually on the PTB they have some weird, like, filler music, but, the music and his aesthetics are both really good. The power on paper, I think, is really cool, but we'll get into the actual gameplay of it soon. Yeah, so, aesthetically, it's really cool. Music-wise, really good. The animations, I think, are pretty solid. But let's talk about what I like about the power itself. So, like I said, on paper, the power is really cool. I think being able to throw yourself around like Spider-Man is a really cool idea. It's really interesting. My issue with it comes with the limitations on the skyboxes, similar to how Demogorgon is, where you can't actually, you know, fly with Shred or anything. I think that's really disappointing. So you'll use your power. You'll aim up at a high spot, and it will not let you go up there. At the same time, you also can bounce off rocks and stuff, and that'll just cancel your grapple, I'm going to call it, just for lack of a better word, because I don't know the actual terms. Yeah, I think he's a bit limited by Dead by Daylight just being Dead by Daylight, which is a shame. Let's talk about his perks. I don't think any of them are particularly interesting. The Hex Totem, I don't remember the name of it right now, I'm very sorry. Let me go look, actually. Yeah, so the Hex Totem is called Nothing But Misery, and what that does is after 8 basic attacks, you get a Hex Totem, and then you'll hinder survivors after every hit. You can call me, like, you know, reactionary. Don't like this perk. I think this is very problematic. On killers like Clown and, my guy, Freddy, gonna be a disgusting perk. Not only is it gonna be a really strong perk for killers like that, it's just gonna feel really bad to play against. Don't like this perk, think it's pretty badly designed. I wish they would stop using Hindered as perks, just keep it a part of a power. Let's talk about the other ones. We have Forever Entwined. This is the one that gives you a faster pickup speed, drop speed, and hook speed. I really like the idea of this perk, but I don't think it's worth a perk slot. I mean, if you're really nervous about, you know, needing to pick someone up faster, Fire Up, I guess. I don't know. I just don't think the effect is ever really worth using. It's kind of cool, I guess, but, you know, even if you're just using the perk as a fun perk slot to use, the pickup speed's, like, not that noticeable. Like, I guess it's okay. I mean, Fire Up is just, like I said, it's just this perk, and it has more added to it. And the last one of his perks are called None Are Free. And, yeah, this is, it blocks pallets in the in-game. Sorry, chat. It blocks pallets in the in-game for 16 seconds. Good with no-ed, maybe? I mean, if people just drop the pallets beforehand, if they pre-drop them, or they just pre-run you, if you don't have no-ed, you're not going to get any value out of this, because the amount of time it takes to catch up after hitting someone is going to be multiple seconds, which means that they have enough time to get to another pallet because you have to, like I just said, hit them, they get their speed boost, you have to catch up, and then you have to chase them again. It's just not a very good perk. So in terms of perks, 2 of them I think are genuinely really bad, and 1 of them I think is problematic. So not too happy about that. As for the power itself, I'm not sure I fully understand it. It's like Wesker and Legion got combined. I don't know. Which is so strange because Wesker is loved and hated at the same time, and Legion's just generally kind of hated. Even though I really like Legion. So I'm not sure how people are going to feel about this power. We'll have to see when we get, like, when this gets on live. But as of right now, I think he's just kind of weak, which is okay. I don't need a strong killer. I'm okay with weak killers. I was fine with Houndmaster when she first came out, and they buffed her a bunch. But initially, I do think he's pretty bad. I think we'll see some buffs on the way to live. I don't know what they'll buff, and I think you have to be careful with it. I will say this, though. Very happy he can't down with that power, because that would be crazy. he does eventually just have to chase you. He can't just keep, you know, Spider-Manning over pallets and hitting you. He will eventually just have to normally chase you, which I think is good. Overall, though, initial reactions, not the most excited. I'm glad there was other killer changes on this, like Chucky got changed, Legion, oh man, those Xenomorph changes, we'll cover that at some point. The Xenomorph changes, a bunch of perk changes, Survivor perk changes, Terror Radius changes. If this was a skinny patch, I think this would be pretty bad. But yeah, I'm hopeful that they can clean him up a little bit. That's another thing I need to talk about. Super janky on the PTB. Like, he just doesn't work half the time, it seems. So we're going to have to see if they've cleaned him up by the time he comes alive. I hope so. I don't think this killer will be extremely niche. I think he'll be relatively popular because he is a dash killer, and people like dash killers. So I think you'll see him more often than you see something like Freddy or Trickster or whoever. But yeah, that's all for this video. I'm not a fan, if I'm being entirely honest, but not every killer needs to be made for me, so that's okay. Yeah, I'm hoping that we get some more better made perks in the future, because I think these are all pretty bad in one way or another, perk wise. But yeah, that's all for today. I just wanted to give you my initial reactions. I will see you guys later. I'll be streaming later tonight. I might talk about this a bit more when I have a bit more time to think about it. But yeah, alright everyone, bye bye.
Fuck you, bitch.